Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital. Always there for you. Call 949-6066.
But I do have some questions.
There are more questions than answers.
Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program.
Talk today.
What's on your mind, Cayman? If you're ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Discussing current events and local news, community spotlights, hot topics, listener stories, cultural and historical discussions, environmental issues, fun and lighthearted topics, guest interviews. Cayman, basically anything you want to talk about, we are ready to listen. Here's your guest host.
Coming up next on Talk Today, we hear about the Rotary Central Health Screening, and it's open line, so pick up the phone, give me a call, let us know what's on your mind. Talk Today, next. Stay with me.
Talk Today is reminding you
to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
And now, back to Talk Today.
Good afternoon, and thank you for punching in 89.9 and joining me this afternoon. I'm Charles Glidden, and isn't it a nice day outside, right? I, for one, am feeling very grateful today. Feeling grateful and concerned, at the same time. Who is not feeling grateful today, really? I mean, after a week of wondering just what we might be facing right about now, we're finally getting some resolution. But when you see what is happening with family and friends in Jamaica, what they're about to face in the coming hours, you also feel nervous for them and hope that they'll be pulling through that. Especially if you experienced Hurricane Ivan. If you went through that experience, you have a very good idea of what they're facing in Jamaica right now. And Hurricane Melissa is like, from information that I'm getting, it's like Melissa is like Ivan plus, It's it's up there with the top storms, the worst ones. Melissa is blowing 165 miles per hour winds, forecast to dump 30 or more inches of rain on Jamaica. She's a monster, all right. Here's what the National Hurricane Center in Miami is saying about the situation in Jamaica and what they're advising people in Jamaica to do. In the 11 o'clock update, the advisory at 11 o'clock, the key messages for Hurricane Melissa when it comes to Jamaica, it's saying, do not venture out of your safe shelter. So everybody's supposed to be like sheltering in place right now. Shut it down, stay inside. Check this out. Catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding and numerous landslides are likely today through Tuesday. Catastrophic winds in the eye wall have the potential to cause total structural failure, especially in higher elevation areas tonight and early Tuesday. This will result in extensive infrastructural damage, long-lasting power and communication outages, and isolated communities. People are going to be cut off. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected along the southern coast through Tuesday. So it's going to be a tough one for our friends and family in Jamaica. So let's keep them in our prayers and hope they, make it through, because it's going to be a bad one. So who's not feeling grateful here in Grand Cayman, Cayman Brac, Little Cayman today? We all should. If you're not feeling grateful today, right, you must be like living in oblivion, or something's wrong. Something's wrong with you. You got to be feeling grateful today. I went through Hurricane Ivan, like a lot of people in Cayman, and I do not want to face that again. No. And we hear the Cayman government is standing by and ready to assist in any relief effort that will be mounted afterwards. That's great news. The Rotary Club Central is hosting a free health screening as part of the 14th Annual Diabetes Awareness. And joining me in the studio are some Rotary members, and we're going to be hearing from them when we come back from this break.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami, and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply, and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Get ready for a taste of the world right here in our community. Join us for the St. Ignatius Catholic Church International Food and Art Festival on Saturday, November 1st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the St. Ignatius Catholic School Playfield. Savor live cooking demos, enjoy entertainment and performances, games and raffle prizes, and explore flavors from around the world. Tickets give you entry to the event and access to delicious food samples from all 7 food stations: African, Caribbean, European, Indian and Sri Lankan, Filipino and other Asian, Latin American, North American. Admission is $25 for adults and $10 for children. Tickets are available at St. Ignatius Church office and online at Eventpro. So come hungry, bring your friends, and get ready to taste, dance, and celebrate. Don't miss this amazing celebration of food, art, and community. St. Ignatius International Food and Art Festival.
Reading is a match that lights the flame of imagination, innovation, curiosity, ambition. Register today for the inaugural free-to-the-public literacy conference, the Life Conference 2025, Saturday, November 1st, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Kimpton Seafire Resort, 7 Mile Beach. The theme, Early Childhood, Strong Start, Strong Future. Keynote speaker, Dr. Dan Worry, founder of the Early Childhood Policy Solutions. Register now. Go to lifeconference.ky. Life, literacy is for everyone. Supported by Rotary Central, Cayman Islands.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Social media, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Interact with our talk shows on YouTube. Download our official Radio Cayman app, or you can log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And the Rotary Club Central is once again going out into the community and offering health screening checks. And joining me now are the president of Rotary Central, Steve Tippett, and also Kentisha Johnson, the project chair for the health screening event, and Celia Milton, director of community service for Rotary Central. Folks, good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
As we were talking during the break there, this is quite an undertaking for the club to mount this sort of thing.
It is, and over the course of the last few years, we've come to realise exactly how critical this is to be able to offer this service into the community. So we take it seriously. We have a number of medical professionals in the club who have helped forge a template of how we can do this. And then it's basically all hands on deck on the day to provide the service for anybody who wants to come along and get checked out.
So, was it for 14 years now that you've been going out into the community? So you're getting like direct results from everyday people. What have you found over the years?
Well, it's I don't know really where to start really, but basically the fact that we can provide results almost instantaneously, we've certainly saved a number of lives over the years. For example, the health screen that we did last November, I've got some statistics here. We actually found almost 53% of people with hypertension. The percentage of persons with pre-diabetes or diabetes was just under 80%.
Wow.
And if they didn't know about it, that is a great step forward that we can now offer them the information so that they can then go towards their medical professionals to carry on the task.
Did a lot of these people, were they unaware that they were pre-diabetic? Or?
There's some that are unaware because we find new persons with critical results. The first time they're taking their glucose and it's critical.
Just get a little closer to the mic for me.
So with those critical results, we forward them to the doctor who then deals with the situation so they can get their management and treatment. So there are quite a few new diagnosed persons on the health screens when we do them.
Mm-hmm. I imagine there's a lot of people out there who just don't get a check, an annual check. They just forego that for whatever reason.
Yeah, yes, that's true. And that's why we're trying to go to the Eastern District out by East End. So we're asking persons from East End and surrounding areas to just come out because this is the first time we're going out there under our Diabetes Awareness Week. So we're asking them to come out and get tested. And it's free. The most important thing, it's free.
Yeah. Where are you going to be?
In East End, we'll be at the health center. East End Health Center. HSA East End Health Center.
Okay. But are you going to be in other districts also?
We're going to be at Ale Thompson as well as Costules.
Okay. And this is all going to be this weekend?
Yes, on Saturday. We're scheduled to start at 10 a.m. and we end at 2. We're encouraging all members of the Grand Cayman Society to come out. These tests are free. Everything is free. You come, you get registered. We start from calculating your BMI so you have an idea of your risks such as obesity. Then we do a small little prick on your finger. We get some blood. We run the test on your blood, and in 5 minutes, I think the longest test is 5 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. So within 3 to 5 minutes, the results are ready, and we'll pass you on to one of the doctors or a pharmacist who can assist you in reading the results and giving you tips and tricks to manage your conditions. And if we have found over the years that persons are unaware of their conditions and they don't know that they have diabetes and they are unable to monitor their sugars. So what we have partnered last year and we're continuing to partner this year with the Lions Club of Tropical Gardens to distribute glucometers. And we have an added company that has assisted us by giving us additional glucometers.
Tell us what that is.
So a glucometer, I'm not a scientist.
No,
I'm going to start there.
In simple terms.
So a glucometer is what you use to test your glucose level in your sugar on a regular basis, because while one of the tests we will do is a HbA1c, which tests your glucose level over a 3-month period, we recommend, and the doctors recommend, that you keep track of your daily sugar levels or weekly sugar levels. So we will be providing machines for persons to test if their glucose levels are really high. It could be on the day, but having a machine where you can test at home will give you a picture of what your sugar levels are over a continuous period.
So that machine keeps a record?
Well, you can keep a record. And we also will providing books, record books, where you can, if you get a machine where you can track your numbers. So the next time you happen to go to a doctor, you can carry your log to show, well, I've been testing my sugar at noon every other day, and this has been my numbers. So the doctors will have an idea of what is really happening.
Okay. Let's go through some of the other things that you do. You're saying that we covered the blood sugar, but you do some other tests there too, right?
Well,
or checks.
The prick will also give us, correct me if I'm wrong, they give us the level of lipids in your blood, your cholesterol levels, and your hemoglobin levels. So it's several things that can come from that little drop of blood that we will take on Saturday.
And what's good, most of the time when we go to health screen, they just do cholesterol, which is a total cholesterol. But we're going deeper than that. We're doing a full lipid panel, which is the cholesterol, triglyceride, HDL, and LDL. So you know your good cholesterol and your bad cholesterol. So you know how to improve to have a better diet or what you need to do to make sure your cholesterol is normalized. And the blood pressure, we do it, and we see whether persons are hypertensive, whether they're non-hypertensive or not. And then we can send them on to the doctors or let them get their treatment. And the BMI, a lot of persons, you might look at a person and not know that they're obese or they're at risk. And the BMI is what we use. So we'll do your weight, your height, and your waist, and calculate your BMI. And the hemoglobin, iron deficiency anemia, a lot of persons might be deficient. So we do that hemoglobin count to let you know where your numbers is, how much iron you're having in your body, and how you're functioning.
And that's all from that one prick.
One prick, and you get all those lovely numbers.
And so you said you would have medical personnel there?
Yes, we'll have physicians on site and pharmacists, because persons might be on medication and they might not be taking their medication correctly, or there might be contraindications due to the fact that they're not taking it on the right time, or they're mixing the wrong medications. As with the iron, you need to take your vitamin C with your iron to make it properly absorbed. So the pharmacist will give them some little tips on how to do that, and if they have any other issues.
So a pharmacist will also be there?
Yes.
So, all right. So, I mean, this is all free here.
Absolutely.
Free to the community.
Free.
Yeah. I mean, if you went in to take this at a medical facility, it would cost you quite a bit. Into the hundreds of dollars, I'm sure, or more.
Sure.
Yeah. So what? I imagine you all have done this before. That you're on this
yes, we
scene
have.
there.
Yeah.
What kind of reaction do you get from people when they see the results?
A lot of people are absolutely stunned that they had no clue that they were in a particular position or circumstance, but that's quickly eradicated with one of gratitude, really, because so many people have said, I had no idea, thank you, and then they've been able to take a course of action which is going to obviously be for their betterment. There have been a number of cases over the last few years, not too many, but there have been a few cases where we have referred people directly to ER there that moment because they're in such a state of criticality. So one doesn't know.
You sent them straight to the emergency room?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course that's not the Rotarian, but the physician on site.
The physician.
The physician made that
They'll
call
call
there
the
and
ambulance too, and the ambulance.
They call the ambulance.
Yes, their situation. I think last year, I know the ambulance was called for a patient to go to HSA.
Wow, that is fantastic that you're doing this and you catch a situation like that right there.
Mm-hmm.
At what, groceries? They just went to the store like any other day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just happened to do your check.
Yeah, and not knowing what was going on under the hood, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I guess people, in the everyday running of life, just sometimes forget how important that little medical check is.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how many people out there, are doing that they're neglecting getting a health check every year, especially when they get older.
Well, again, this is why we put so much emphasis on doing something here in November, and we do another one later in the year as well. But because it's free, there's no reason people shouldn't come and say hi. I mean, for example, last year we had 50 brand new attendees. So I know very well that they'll all be coming back again this year because of the fact that they were able to get diagnosed or checked for free. So they recognise and understand the importance of this service.
We need to take a break, but we'll be right back and hear more from Rotary Central.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Protect your computers and mobile devices with security software to defend against cyber attacks through viruses, malware, and other online threats. Be aware of unsecure Wi-Fi connections when in public. If you need to access your online banking or sensitive information on your mobile devices, try disabling the Wi-Fi and switching to data from your mobile network. If you suspect a fraud attempt, please contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
When you choose Cineco Motor Insurance, you're not just getting coverage. You're joining a community that cares about protecting you and your loved ones. Why Cineco? Personalized coverage tailored to your needs. 24/7 claim service, always just a call away. And peace of mind with CARE roadside assistance for flat tires to towing, anytime, anywhere in Cayman. Ready for a quote? Visit Cineco.ky. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
We are now in the hurricane season, and to survive a hurricane, you need to be informed. If you have been informed by official sources that a hurricane is approaching the Cayman Islands, and you live in a low-lying area that is prone to flooding or near the beaches, which may be swept by high tides or storm waves, please seek a safe place and high ground. If the only way for you to get to a safe place is a road that is also likely to be flooded during a storm, please leave home early. Don't run the risk of being stranded. This has been a public service announcement from your community station, Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back to Talk Today, and in the studio we're hearing about the Rotary Club Central's health screening that will be taking place this Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is all part of Rotary Central's community services. What are some of the other things that Rotary Central does as far as community services?
Wow, we do so many things. Where should I start? So let me talk about some of the big things we have done recently. Last year, June, we donated a mobile blood bank to the blood bank. It's a mobile blood collection unit. And we also were the first group to use the blood bank. So we were, myself and past President Brendan Lee were the first two persons to donate blood in the mobile blood bank when it was commissioned. We did it in conjunction with the Wellness Society over in the government. After that, since then we have hosted a day for the YMCA summer camp during the summer. We have had a community needs assessment earlier this month where we invited several NPOs and other organizations to meet to discuss the various needs and the various areas that they focus on in the Cayman Society to see if we can work together so we're not duplicating resources in minute areas where if we work together we're able to tackle the big problems in the Cayman community. We have children-focused projects. So, for example, the club recently hosted a healthy eating session at the A.L. Thompson Kitchen with children between 5 and 7 so they could learn how to make healthy snacks. We focus on the elderly, we focus on mental health. We have projects, the gamut of things that we can tackle in the Cayman Society. So it's a huge portfolio community service because Rotary International focuses on all areas of life. And our most recent project, we made a donation to the HSA of a brain scanner for the NICU unit. It is in transit. It hasn't arrived yet, but in recognition of Maternal and Child Health Month in July, we bought this machine for the HSA. So we focus from the moment you're born until you die, one way or the other, Rotary Central, and in fact the other Rotary clubs, we all focus on the entire person.
And you make sure that you're not duplicating each other.
Yes, we try not to duplicate the work that each club does. So each club has their niche. We tend to be more health focused, so a lot of our projects tend to focus on physical and mental health, while other Rotary clubs may focus on other areas.
But you're the Director of Community Services. It sounds like you're a busy woman.
Yes, very, very busy. We have, based on how the club has set out the assignments, community service, of the 12 months in the year, community service is responsible for 5 of the 12 months. So it is the largest portfolio in the club because when we raise funds, the aim of the funds we raise is to give back to the community, and we do that through the community service portfolio.
What's it like taking on this project? You're the chair, right? And so the two of you work closely together?
Yes, we have a team, and that's one of the things about Rotary Central. We started from a little acorn and now we're a mighty tree, and we all work together. So while you may have a small team that is responsible, it's all of us, all hands on deck, from packing the equipment and the machine for each location to setting up on the day to pull down. The club works together, though it may be 2 or 3 persons that are directly responsible for the organization. The entire club pitches in to get things done.
So this Saturday, beginning at 10 o'clock, is it, right?
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah. So you're going to be at Cost You Less, L. Thompson's, and the East End Health Center?
Yes.
Okay. Now, walk us through a little bit what people should expect if they want to come and take advantage of this.
Well, the first thing they need to do is find the banner that says "We are here," and it's a very, very efficient system now. So once they are greeted, they'll then be asked to fill in a basic questionnaire, and that then becomes their passport, if you like, as they go through different stations. So as Kentisha
So is this some kind of some basic medical questions, or
very, very basic medical questions, just to give an idea of the background, and then everything starts then with getting height, weight, blood pressure checks, and then that information goes with each attendee as they go to the next station, and then they have their blood taken, and then it rolls through. So it's a very efficient way of seeing as many people as we can in a short space of time.
And I would think that people don't have to worry about any kind of confidentiality here. I mean, they're leaving information with you and so forth.
No, because the form also allows them to sign and let them know what to expect, what kind of confidentiality they'll be expecting, and then the doctors have their private conversations with them. So it's not used for public knowledge like that.
And all of the paperwork and the forms remain the property of the physician at the end of it. So it's not out in public domain.
And it's not with the club.
That is correct. Yeah.
No, and then once the results are, because we do have medical personnel in the club whose job it is to collate the results to provide the club members with the statistics. Once the statistics are done, then the forms are destroyed.
Yeah. And the stats are all anonymous. It's just
the stats are anonymous. Yes. And what we have in the past, once we refer a patient to the doctor, and then the doctor will make further referrals when they're referring them to private physician or send them to HSA if it's an emergency case. We're not involved with any of that, so we don't know any of those types of information. So the collection of the information is to assist the medical practitioners to get the results and interpret the results for the persons who attend.
Does HSA use these stats? Do they take the stats and do anything as far as knowing what's happening in the community?
No. We provide the information for them, so they get a better understanding at grassroots level what's happening in the community. But I don't know whether or not they actually do anything internally with that. We just use it to give them as much information as we can based on what we see.
So is this where you usually have each year? You have it at these three places?
No, this year is the first time we're going out to the Eastern District. And last year we saw, between Costules and Ale Thompson's, we saw 159 persons. So we're branching out this year to the Eastern District because we realize that persons in the East may not be able to come into Georgetown or to West Bay for this. So we're bringing it to them to make it easily accessible. So we're hoping to see in the range of 200 plus persons this Saturday, which is why we have extended it to East End Health Center.
All right. So for those listeners who may have joined us late, let's just do a review here of just what will be happening on Saturday between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. At Costules, Ale Thompson's, and the East End Health Center. Let's just go through those checks that you're going to be providing on Saturday.
So we'll be doing our free glucose test, and then we'll be doing our A1C, which is our glucose over a 3 months period, and that helps in diabetes diagnosis. And we'll be doing our lipid panel, which contains cholesterol, triglyceride, HDL, and LDL, full panel, as well as we'll be doing your BMI, which aids in seeing if you're obese or if you're okay. And to do that, we'll do your height, your weight, and your waist, and we'll calculate the BMI. And we'll also be doing the hemoglobin count, which gives an idea of your iron content within your body. So those are the tests that we'll be doing, all free of cost.
So these things here are they sound basic, but they're some really vital checks that people have, right? I mean, anytime you go to the doctor, they check a lot of this.
Yes, routinely.
Routinely.
Routinely. They'll check that.
Are you in the medical field?
Yes, I am a medical technologist.
Okay, I started picking up on that as you were talking.
Talk the talk. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this people need to get there between 10 and 2, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, how do you all feel, at the end of the day when you provide these things and you see people like the person that was rushed to an emergency service? I mean, how do you feel that you provided this, that you made this happen?
I think the best way that I personally can describe it is one of amazement. The fact that we can do something, or we can provide something so simple, and it can change a life. Even if one person's life is changed.
Save a life.
Yeah. If one person's life is changed or saved, then we've done our job.
Yeah. How do you ladies feel?
I feel the same, because I know that knowing your numbers is important. From a personal experience, I remember when my mother is 81, doing well. I remember when she turned 60, for her office, she needed to do an executive check, and she went in and she did her test, and her blood pressure was 200 and odd, over 100 and odd. And she was, as she is now, alive, doing everything, going about her job. But she didn't know what her numbers were until she had to do that test. And everybody was surprised, because she had no effects, no headaches, nothing. And it was by just going to do this test that her job said, you're 60, we need to know what's going on with you, that she knew she was hypertensive. And now, 21 years later, her blood pressure is perfect at 120/80. So it's knowing your numbers which saves your life. And because of that personal experience, every time somebody comes and says, oh, I didn't know this, I'm reminded of my mother didn't know that she had such a high blood pressure when she was 60.
And your feelings when you see the results?
For me, this is a daily thing. So I'm just amazed, and with my profession, it's through my skills that I save lives. So doing this is like being fulfilled. I feel amazed, I feel well, knowing that I have a purpose when I get these results, and these patients are so grateful.
Well, folks, thank you so much for joining me in the studio, and thank you so much for the service that you provide to the community. So this Saturday, 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., you can be at Cost You Less, A.L. Thompson's, or the East End Health Center and get your health check from Rotary Central Services. It's 1 o'clock, time to check in with the newsroom.
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time,
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman since 1976. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The Cayman Islands government continues to closely monitor Hurricane Melissa as it approaches Jamaica. Current forecasts indicate widespread rainfall that could cause catastrophic flooding and dangerous landslides across affected areas. Our thoughts and prayers are with our Caribbean neighbors as they prepare for this major storm. The Cayman Islands government stands ready to support the regional relief and recovery efforts that may be required. Hazard Management Cayman Islands is closely coordinating with regional partners and relief organizations to ensure an effective framework for assistance should it be requested. Members of the public are encouraged to monitor official government channels for verified updates on relief efforts and donation procedures. According to the Associated Press, Hurricane Melissa strengthened into a Category 5 storm today as it drew closer to Jamaica, where forecasters say it would unleash widespread damage. It could be the strongest hurricane to hit the island since record-keeping began in 1851. Melissa, blamed for 6 deaths in the Northern Caribbean as it headed toward the island, was on track to make landfall today in Jamaica before coming ashore in Cuba later in the day. Melissa would be the strongest hurricane in recorded history to directly hit the Caribbean nation, said Jonathan Porter, chief meteorologist at AccuWeather. A storm surge of up to 13 feet was expected along the coast in Kingston, home to critical infrastructure such as Jamaica's main international airport and power plants. According to Reuters, a Malian court has sentenced former Prime Minister Moussa Mara to 2 years in prison after a social media post that criticized military rulers for shrinking democratic space in the West African nation, his lawyer said today. Mara is among a handful of public figures to openly question the military government, which earlier this year dissolved political parties and granted itself a new 5-year mandate without elections. That's the latest news update. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
At HSA, we strive to provide the highest standard of care with compassion, integrity, and dedication. And so we say thank you, Cayman, for continuing to make us the most awarded organization on island by voting us the best of Cayman Islands in 9 medical categories. Your support reminds us why we do what we do, to serve the Cayman community with kindness and excellence. To find out more about our award-winning services, visit hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
In 1895, the ship the Prince Frederick wrecked on the south coast of Cayman Brac, carrying the young sailor Samuel Sidney Saunders. Saunders would later choose to remain in the Sister Islands, eventually marrying into a Caymanian family. Although not highly educated himself, Saunders was instrumental to the education system of the Sister Islands, having taught in both Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. He would start a private school in Little Cayman, was district constable of the Sister Islands, and opened a school in State Bay following the 1932 storm. In the 1930s, the school was attended by Captain Charles Kirkernel. Ironically, Captain Kirkernel's father attended Saunders School in Little Cayman a generation earlier.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of District Administration and Lands. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
When a tropical storm or hurricane is on the way, knowing the alert levels and their colors can make all the difference in keeping you safe. The more you understand, the better you can prepare. Know your colors, know your risks. Here are the different colors and what they stand for. Yellow, alert, stay alert. Orange, watch, prepare for impact. Red, warning, take action now. Gray, assessment, conditions are being monitored and assessed. Green, all clear, remain vigilant and stay informed. Be ready, stay safe, and act when the alert comes through. For more on what each phase means or actions to take in each phase, visit caymanprepared.ky.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and taking a look at our local weather here. Today's forecast calls for scattered showers, and that continues through tonight. Winds out of the northeast at 15 to 20 knots with higher gust over Grand Cayman and 20 to 25 knots over the Sister Islands. Seas rough with wave heights at 6 to 8 feet, becoming 8 to 10 feet into the evening. Small craft alert with a marine watch in effect into this evening. Yeah, I had to run up to Bodden Town this morning to see rollers coming in up there already. And let's see what the National Hurricane Center is saying. Category 5 Melissa, moving slowly west-northwest now. Had been on a westerly track, so it's moving west-northwestward and expected to turn northward later today. Catastrophic and life-threatening winds, flooding, and storm surge expected on Jamaica tonight and early Tuesday. At the 2 p.m., that's 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 1 o'clock our time, of course, the storm maximum sustained winds 175 miles per hour. That's kind of hard to imagine. So some powerful winds out there as Melissa begins to close in on Jamaica. And, at the top of the show, I was talking about going through Ivan and that whole experience. A lot of people in Cayman went through that has been around here for a while. And, it's amazing how you bring that subject up. You say Ivan, and, like everybody has, something to say about it. It's almost as fresh in people's minds 25 years later, or 20 years later, right? 21 years, something like that. Yeah. And people still, remember it so vividly that, like I was saying, it can traumatize people. You go through something like that where you're flooded, you're standing in water for hours. And Ivan was a slow mover too. Took it a long time to pass Grand Cayman. And of course the eye was just off to the south of us, and the eye wall was hitting the south coast. I remember Kirkland Nixon, who was chairman of the Hurricane Committee. I remember him saying that when he talked to the Hurricane Center in Miami, they were telling him they were watching it on satellite, and the eye wall was like a circular saw just cutting in to the south coast of Grand Cayman and just mashing everything up. If you were here and you went along the south coast after the storm, you could. It looked like a circular saw had just gone through the whole south coast, ripping things apart. And I also remember that, following that storm, I never liked the rain. I used to enjoy the rain. But after that storm, for some time afterwards, especially a heavy rain, I'd sort of like, get your guard up. Like, okay, is everything all right? Let's just, check this. Everything's good. But and it's something like it just comes on. You hear the heavy rain, and this emotion memory thing kicks in, and you're ready to make sure everything's good. You got, like I say, you kind of just automatically put your guard up, and it's this involuntary reaction that you have for a while. And finally, now I can enjoy the rain again. It's, but going through something like what our friends and family are going to be facing in Jamaica is an experience that will last you a lifetime, believe me. Kind of disturbing thing happened in East End, I see. The police are actually investigating. The police are actually investigating an accident that resulted in an assault. So there was a driver hit a pedestrian in East End, and then some people from a nearby bar apparently came and assaulted the driver, damaged the car, and some other people actually had to come and rescue this woman and protect her. That is, as far as I know, that's a first in Cayman. And for that to happen, it's disturbing. And I have to wonder what brought that about. And I saw something on social media, and when we go to social media, you have to take things with a grain of salt. But I heard that it was a Filipino woman, and I wonder what kind of reaction, if that is true, did that have something to do in that reaction to the people who were, I guess, drinking? But that is not something that is part of the Cayman culture, the Cayman society. That is completely outrageous for that to happen, regardless of who it was, where they were from. Someone hit a pedestrian and you're going to attack them? No. What do you think about that? Our phone lines are open. It's open line for the rest of the show. You can give me a call. Let's chat about what's on your mind. The numbers to call, 1-800-534-8255. And that number is compliments of Flow. Or you can also use 949-8037 to give me a call, 949-6990. Or if you prefer WhatsApp, that number is 925-3261. And I guess our society is going through a lot of social, cultural changes. You can understand why things are changing. We have had a population surge over the years. Probably in many cases, if you compare us to many places, it's probably unmatched in many instances because of the development that we've had and the number of jobs that need to be filled and not enough people locally to fill those jobs. We've had to bring in people, and the population now being put at 90,000 people. So Cayman 2025 is, different than even definitely 10 years ago. We do have someone on the line, so let's take that call. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chalo, and good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, how are you doing?
Yeah, well, it's here in the break. We've been having some on and off rain. Sea is rough on the south coast of the island. You got seas coming in about up to 6-7 feet toward the eastern end of the road on the south side. And we've been feeling effects of that now for 3 days. So I know that it's severe turbulence in the sea and the water for us to have felt it from the time it was 350 miles away.
Yep.
And everybody is planning that the predicted path will turn it and go over Jamaica. We hope that's bad for Jamaica. very bad. That's 175 miles per hour wind. That's a disaster. Very bad times for them.
Certainly
and
is.
It's not that far away from us. I mean, from Cayman Brac is roughly 185 miles southeast of Cayman Brac, and is moving west-northwest at 3 miles per hour, barely moving.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to give it more strength to intensify into a greater, maybe even exceeding that up to beyond 175. But if it's blowing 175,
Imagine what the
probably
gusts are going to
not
be.
close to 200. That's
Yeah.
what we had here with Paloma.
Yeah, imagine what those gusts are going to be like if they're at if it's at
correct.
175 now.
It's steady at 175, so you in that area you're going to get gusts around 200 miles an hour, or exceeding that.
Yeah.
So really feeling it for those in Jamaica, and we need to be all concerned if it do what it's supposed, what their projected path is to turn and go over Jamaica. Still, it's going to give some rough weather on the south side of Cayman Brac and the east end of Cayman Brac, etc.
Yeah, you're going to get some big waves.
Go ahead.
I say you're going to get some big waves, and I guess we will too.
Correct. On the south side of Cayman Brac, yes. And then after it passes, then it will turn around from the opposite direction. But that's a very powerful, destructive storm. And the worries are, I can imagine the mother and father, Miss Nicole and Larrington Brown, with their young son missing at sea, and the other guy, I think, is from Honduras, missing at sea and has not been located. What a thing that is, yes.
Yeah.
What a thing to be dealing with. And then the hurricane is coming down.
Did you know? You knew them?
If I knew not the Honduran guy, but I knew yes, Corey Brown very well. Yes, I knew him very well. Cayman Brac. Once you're a Cayman Brac, everybody from east end to west end knows each other, not like Grand Cayman.
What the boat that they were in? You have any idea? Was that a seaworthy boat?
I'm not sure about. I didn't see it up close or anything. I only seen photos of it. It was said to be 32 feet, and then it said 26 to 28 feet long. I was contacted on the Monday night to start seeking a search for it with the ships, but my communications is down only 25% to what I used to, and I could only get out 20 miles. I did get in contact with 5 ships and give them instructions to search for a missing boat with 2 people on board, somewhere in the vicinity between Cayman Islands and Jamaica, somewhere around. So they said they would pass on to all other ships in the area to keep a sharp lookout as well.
Oh, and no results, huh? No results.
That I give the information. Go ahead.
I said no results.
No, nothing has been found. Yeah, no sightings, nothing. The last information I got.
Well, that's a sad tale.
Yes, sir. I was hoping that they were still out there, ran out of fuel, and still drifting on the high seas, hoping to be found by some ship. But now that the storm is coming down, that's another dreadful thing. So everybody is depending and planning for the storm to turn tonight, turn to the north, and go over Jamaica, because according to what I was looking, I'm tracking it very often, but because I'm home, it's a bit raining thing, and I was tracking it about almost every hour. It was like south of St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, south of there on the last time that I checked it. And it would be passing like over the middle western part of Jamaica.
I think that's where it's supposed to make the eye is supposed to make landfall in St. Elizabeth, right?
Projected path is to pass over Jamaica and then go damage to Haiti, massive damage, and Dominican Republic, Cuba, and all those places. But I see nothing was mentioned about the Cayman Islands, because man is really good.
That's good. That's good.
That's going to turn there and go out there. So that's what we got to wait and see.
Yeah, that was one of the things that he gave me hope, because I would read the reports from the Hurricane Center and reports from our people, and the projections, the forecasts, Cayman wasn't being mentioned in a lot of the forecasts. And I said, well,
yeah, nothing was mentioned.
That's
about,
good.
Cayman Islands.
No mention is good.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and coming up November the 9th, November the 8th, and November the 9th. Yeah, that's my birthday on November the 9th coming. And that's when we had Paloma. It'll be 17 years since Paloma, the biggest modern disaster we had in Cayman Brac. And it marks 93 years since Cayman Brac's biggest death, disaster, tragedy from the 1932 storm. 93 years coming up on the 9th of November.
For the 32, for the 32 storm? Yeah.
Right. 110 people were killed.
Yeah.
So we got to keep our
That's the one we always talk about, that one and Ivan.
Because we're getting into November that is ended. This can go up. Risk can still go up until the end of November because of the changes in the climate, atmospheric pressures, and all that. Things have changed to what it used to be years ago, many years back. But when the cold front start coming in now from Florida and coming by, that's a good sign that the hurricane season will end.
Let's hope that this is the last one. That
Yes,
Melissa
sir,
will wrap up the season for us.
Yeah.
Well, Raymond, thank you so much for checking in and giving us your report.
Yes, sir. It's very cloudy and partly overcast in Cayman Brac. It's been that way, cloudy all day like that.
All right. Well, you take care.
Yes, sir. Will do. And good luck to you all.
All right. You too.
Sure. Bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, people still recall that 32 storm. But I remember after Ivan, though, Aunt Julia, down from West Bay, Aunt Julia, she lived over 100. I forgot exactly what her final age was. But she was talking about the 32 storm and comparing it to Ivan. And she said that Ivan made the 32 storm look like a nor'easter. So Ivan must still be the champion storm as far as Cayman is concerned. We have someone on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Good afternoon.
Hello. How are you doing?
Fine. And you? What's cooking today? The weather?
I don't know. I don't have anything cooking. Yeah, we've been talking about the hurricane, Melissa. She's gonna, really damage Jamaica, it looks like.
Yeah, so sad, and I was listening to all of the instructions that the government is giving out there,
Mm-hmm.
and it really, really puzzled me to see how they are trying in their best to do everything to protect their people. And people are not taking heed. And people is not taking, they find some transportation for them, take them to the shelters and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they are so disappointed in the head count that so far came on the buses in the most dangerous places, apparently with landslides and all that kind of stuff, But sometimes I really wonder what people really want in life, because when you're trying to save someone's life and they are not up for trying to want their life saved, it really makes you wonder, So I just want to say that the government in Jamaica today, they got a handful, not just a hurricane, but trying to get their people in safe areas and so forth. And there's a lot of penalty charges going to be for this and that, and they're asking them to, to stop some of the things that they're doing and all that kind of stuff. All these videos and people out there and doing foolishness in the roads and cars and all that kind of crap. I don't know.
Trying to be YouTube stars.
I guess so. They just need to. They really got that government page spinning with their own safety and protection that they're trying to protect them. And Jamaica is a very big place. I didn't realize about that humongous until I saw the map.
Oh, yeah. And it has a lot of people.
It has a lot of people. So I just today pray for the government that they'll be able to do all they can do to protect who wants to be protected, you know. And believe me, Charlo, we got a little bit of it here too. When any weather's coming, we got a little bit of it here too with the stupidness. But
yeah, it's amazing how people react. It's when these kind of things happen. The various ways that people react to it is mind-boggling at times.
Yeah, you imagine they're sending buses to the little areas that could be damaged real bad by water, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they show you where just one person was on that one bus from that area, and then another bus in another area that's taking up just a few people. And they're hoping before the day is out that when they go back there, more people will come in the buses to go to shelters. They need to stop skylocking, and you can hear the heaviness in the official people in Jamaica trying, to do what they can do to protect their people, and everybody's scared. Two ways about that. People all over the world is praying for Jamaica. And hope it doesn't get any worse than what they are predicting, But they just need to get serious and respect what their government is saying and try to do to protect them. That's all I got to say about Jamaica right now, because they need to behave themselves.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the government there, is doing everything that they can to make sure that the people are taken care of.
Yes, that's what they're doing. That's what they're trying to do. But the people not cooperating with the people. They're not cooperating with the government, But you can hear the heaviness and officials there talking, You can hear the heaviness and the concern, and they're worried. It's normal. It's normal to feel what you're feeling for your people. We're all human beings,
But that's not the majority of the people, right?
No, it may not be the majority, but the fact of the matter is there are still people, and they want to make sure that they are safe and secure. And they're the one that doesn't want to come forward at the present time. I guess they want to wait until the last minute, and that's not good.
Yeah, I'm looking at something online here now. They're saying the residents refusing shelters due to a lack of safety and fear of their belongings being stolen and that sort of stuff. But there's always those people, that they... I remember people here. I remember during Ivan, we had a call-in program that evening, and a lady in West Bay calling in saying, I don't think that this is going to really happen. I'm not even boarding up. And some other guy called up and said, they've created a monster, in what they've been telling us, and now they have to justify what they told us. Then this isn't really going to happen. You always got those people that have these wild ideas.
Yeah, exactly. But anyhow, you take care.
Yeah, you too, and let's hope for the best for the folks in Jamaica.
Definitely.
All right.
Alrighty.
You take care.
Good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Do we have another caller there? No? In that case, let's take a break.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Explore your history. Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Join us today and be the key to breaking down HIV stigma and getting educated. The Cayman AIDS Foundation is a nonprofit organization working diligently to eliminate HIV stigma and to help make a difference. We are dedicated to overall wellness, community campaign, and education outreach programs. Know your status. Get tested today. Early detection could save your lives. Call the HSA and make an appointment. This message has been brought to you by the Cayman AIDS Foundation.
Cybercrime happens online or through the technology we use every day. Anyone can be a victim of cybercrime, whether you are a young person being bullied or harassed online, or an older person or business who's been scammed out of money or personal data. Cybercrime is an issue that touches all of us. The Cayman Islands government has therefore created an online resource to help keep you cyber safe in an ever-changing world.
In online situations, it is better to be cyber safe than sorry. Learn now to protect yourself against cybercrime. Visit gov.ky/cybersafe.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And we've been talking mostly about, the hurricane. And in our first segment of the show, we heard about the Rotary Club Central's efforts to provide some health checks to the community. And they're going to be out this Saturday from 10 until 2 p.m. They're going to be at Cost You Less, also at A.L. Thompson's and the East End Clinic. And you can get a very extensive check on your health, free of charge. And trust me, if you went to a doctor's office, you'd be paying a few $100s to get all the things that they're going to be covering. You get your sugar, your high blood pressure, a whole list of things that you can get covered there. Some very fundamental checks, and it's all free, courtesy of Rotary Club Central. And I want to remind you that tomorrow Talk Today is going to be doing live coverage of a panel discussion down at Constitution Hall, which of course was formerly the Georgetown Town Hall. I'm going to have the day off because this is all part of the observance of Older Persons Month. They're going to be wrapping it up with a panel discussion, and that should be quite interesting. It is open to the public. You can go down there and probably you'll be able to pose some questions or at least get informed about some things. And we'll be carrying it here during the Talk Today time slot, so you can tune in and hear that panel discussion on older persons, the issues that facing older persons. And it's all part of this whole month of October being Older Persons Month. Immigration is always a hot topic in Cayman, right? As a matter of fact, I guess it's a hot topic in a lot of countries. Certainly in the U.S., I know in the U.K., with all the immigrants that are coming across the channel there and all the controversy about how that's being handled. And we have our own controversy here in Cayman whenever the subject of immigration pops up. And it's one thing to talk about immigration, from an overall policy standpoint, when those involved are faceless. They have no name, no face, and it's just, this should be the policy. But those policies affect real people just like you and I. And I came face to face with that the other night. A gentleman that I came to know, he used to work in Hurley's. And I'd always see him in aisle 1 there, stacking the shelves and making sure everything is real nice. Help you find anything you wanted that you couldn't put your hand on right away. And over the years that he's been there, we've always talked when I went into to shop at Hurley's. So the other night I ran into him and at the pharmacy, and so we said hello, and then he says to me, I'm going to be going away in a few days. I said, oh really? He said, yeah, I got rolled over. And I wished him well. And, really nice guy, right? Probably hardworking, law-abiding person that you would want to have in your community, I would think. But he has to go away under the rollover policy. And just, 2 nights ago, another lady working there at Hurley's told my wife, she's got to go also. Another very nice person, very nice lady. Hardworking, you go to work every day. They are law-abiding, good citizens. Probably go to church on Sunday. And so they're rolled over. They have to leave, go back to Jamaica. So I was thinking, these two good people, would it really have hurt if they were able to apply for permanent residency? They probably don't have the means to actually get all the points that are needed to qualify for permanent residency. But is that those points, the points that you have to get, are those the type of people that we want to become resident in the Cayman Islands? If you can, you have to be able to buy land. You have to be able to do this, whatever. I mean, it really favors people of some means. Does being a good, law-abiding citizen, hard-working person, does that mean anything? Are those the only kind of people that we want? And again, I said, would it really hurt if people of a lesser means are able to apply and obtain permanent residency? We have 2 people on the line, I'm told, so let's check in with the phone lines. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Hello, Mr. Cello again.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I got a report from Alligator Pond in Jamaica, and it says there they have some very bad flooding. One restaurant got flooded out in some homes in that area, and it's very strong gusty wind coming and going. Mm-hmm. And I calculated it according to latitude and longitude based on 16.5 north and 78.3 west. That would put it 82 miles south of Alligator Pond in Jamaica.
Okay, give me a better idea where that is.
That is in the area. You have Kingston and you have St. Elizabeth west of that area.
So I'm being told that that's South Manchester.
Yes.
So they're already getting some bad conditions.
Yeah, correct. Bad conditions there, yes. And according to latitude and longitude, it would put it 82 miles south of there. And what it's saying, the report is given 3 miles per hour to the northwest. As it come west, it's getting closer, and then hoping, tonight now, it is predicted to make the turn when it gets towards the western, more of the western part
go
of
north.
Jamaica, turn and go right over the western part of Jamaica. So for whoever's hearing me here, all residents in that area, to warn them of catastrophic consequences, danger, massive danger, to heed to all reports and get to the highest ground and get away from the water and all of that kind of thing, because that is one massive destructive storm that is out there.
It certainly is. Well, thank you for that update, Raymond.
Yeah, and it's pouring rain here at West End, Cayman Brack, and as far as I can see, toward the east and south is just pouring rain. So this is effects from it, and we're going to continue to get that as it's getting closer to here slowly, closer to here before it makes the turn.
All right, well, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, good. Fine. Bye.
We have another person on the line. But person on the line, just hold on for me. We've got to take a break. Be right with you.
Stay cyber secure with Cayman National. Here are a few tips that will benefit you. Ensure to log out completely when you finish any online banking activities. Be aware of phishing attempts and only click links from trusted sources that are sent from your device through emails and messages. Remember, Cayman National will never ask you for your credentials. If you suspect a fraud attempt or that your account has been compromised, please immediately contact our customer support team at 949-8300.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Freedom, Cayman Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
The best foundation you can wear is glowing, healthy skin. The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter specialize in enhancing your skin's well-being. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, including any skin cancers, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email drporterkman@gmail.com or call 946-9020. That is 946-9020.
Reading is a match that lights the flame of imagination, innovation, curiosity, ambition. Register today for the inaugural free-to-the-public literacy conference, the Life Conference 2025, Saturday, November 1st, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Kimpton Seafire Resort, 7 Mile Beach. The theme, Early Childhood, Strong Start, Strong Future. Keynote speaker, Dr. Dan Worry, founder of the Early Childhood Policy Solutions. Register now. Go to lifeconference.ky. Life, literacy is for everyone. Supported by Rotary Central, Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back, and we have a caller that's been patiently waiting, so let's go straight to the phone lines. Good afternoon. You're on the air with Talk Today.
Yes, Mr. Glidden, you were talking about your friends. They're nice people. You know, we got nice people throughout the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
95% of the time, the nice people have to punish, I'm going to use it, the bad people. You know?
So
and
the bad apple spoils it for everyone?
Yeah. And this rollover that we're doing here, it really don't have any head to it, no tail to it, and I don't see where it's really working to get any more of us into jobs here on the island, because 95% of people who live here, depending on the job that they left from, they can go home and work on their computer for this company. And
Some of that is happening.
Get their salary still. And then when the year is up, they're right back here the day after the expiration date of the year.
Well, also, sometimes the job stays overseas. In other words, that they continue to stay where they are, and they find that that computer gives them everything they need to do the job, and they just stay over. They and the job stay offshore.
Yeah, well, I wonder how many that they are, because they're still having job problems on the island. You know, jobs that to be filled, and we know that we will have to bring some people here to work, and you know, it just I don't know. A lot of people say they can't see no hate to it. You understand? It is just not being feasible for the average person here who would like to get a job. I mean, look at here. We just had us over 200-300 students came by the graduation just a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many of them going to get a job here locally? How many going to go to college? We don't know that. And how many are going to go? You understand?
Yeah. Well, hopefully most are coming just out of high school, that they're not finished with their training and education yet.
They sure ain't. But some will come out and try to work.
Yeah, you got to get a job. Yeah.
You have to get a job one way or the other, depending on what type of work they want to go and do or what they qualified for, you know. But we got this big high-end thing in Cayman now that some people are overqualified and some is underqualified. So that's what they using out there on us, you know. But really and truly, the rollover is just a pile of baloney. And it just making it harder for Caymanians to get a job, and the Caymanians are losing no interest in trying to go and get a job, because the first thing I say, oh, they're holding a job for Mary Alice. She's coming back next year. That should not be happening. It's just like you were telling me last week that you know you're doing a work permit for 2 years, and after 2 years then you go and come back if they're gonna hire you. And all of that stuff. So I don't know how we're going to level it out, but something needs to be leveled out. that you don't give that person that hope that they can come back in and get a job, because then there's no hope for the average person who live in here, the Caymanian. No hope for them, because then they know that somebody's coming back, and when they go to apply for the job, even though they may not have no opening, but they just take a chance and drop a resume off, and they'll send back and say, well, the position is already full overseas. You understand? They're working from overseas for the offices and so forth. And the worst thing that we could ever done to this island was those 3,000 residents that we gained some years ago. That was the biggest mistake government ever made in history. And after they made that possible for people, over 3,000 people, and not including who they went and bring to add to their home. You understand? They just went and clean up their little cousins and nephews and sisters and brothers and friends and put them on and say, you know what? I get my table to the Cayman Island. I put you down as my daughter, my son, my sister, my cousin. And we don't want to be checking nothing. That's how stupid we are. We just believe everything everybody tell us.
You don't think that they had to show some kind of proof that was actually their child?
Well, I got to tell you something. I can guarantee you a lot went under the table. A lot went under the table, Mr. Glidden, and you will never hear it. But one day it will come out in the wash. It will come up in the wash one day. So we'll leave that right there. It will come up in the wash one day, sooner or later. Because what's in the dark shall come to light. I just say that it was done wrong, and a lot of people got status, not even on the island. And people got proof of that. So I gotta leave that there.
There were some people that were well deserving of it too. It was
of course. That's what it should. That's what it's supposed to do. Go and see who deserve it. Just like these two now that's going home on a rollover. You say that these people here working in the Cayman Islands, and they're going home on a rollover. People like that. That's who we need in this island. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the people that got that status. Some of them even got jobs.
And like I said, they probably don't make the kind of money that it takes to get those points to get a permanent residency.
Exactly.
But they're good people. They're law abiding, go to work every day.
Yes, but that's not what we're looking at here in Cayman. I mean, what we're looking at, take on is God's truth. But we need to change our vision. We need to go about our nose and figure out better than what we're doing, because then we like John to come lately island situation here right now in this island. But anyhow, we can leave that alone, see what wash duck in the wash.
All right.
For the coming year. All righty. Thank you.
Hopefully the new government is taking some steps to, make sure that the granting of work permits is coordinated with good data as to the availability of qualified Caymanians to take jobs. With modern technology, it shouldn't be that hard to do. We have a caller on the WhatsApp. Let's see what they're up to today. Good afternoon. You're on the air. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yes. How are you doing? Hello.
Okay, and you?
I'm all right.
Okay. But concerning the insurance companies in Jamaica,
mm-hmm.
I think they're going to find themselves in some serious financial problems.
Well, a lot of that insurance is reinsured. You have that whole reinsurance thing that the international insurers, they're actually backing the local companies. But go ahead.
Yes, and hopefully those who don't have insurance on their homes, hopefully the Jamaican government has the finances that they're able to help them.
What'll be interesting is next year when we go to renew our insurance policy, health, our home insurance, how much increase is going to be because of the devastation that's been caused.
Well, from what I see on the news in Jamaica, a lot of the drains, a lot of the gullies have never been cleaned. It's just been a rush to get them clean now in the last couple of days. And knowing that a country like that that's in the Caribbean, you would think that the government there would have seen and made sure that every year those gullies and those drains were cleared out. And when it comes to Cayman, if the government does not stop people from filling in land, which has already started a lot of flooding in Cayman, if they do not put a stop to that or find a way of doing it that will not cause some serious flooding in Cayman.
Yeah, better planning.
Yes, for example, all that land that you see dartboard from Bottom-a-New Road straight up to Hyatt. If the government was to allow DART to fill in all that land, and we were to get a hurricane like Melissa, Cayman would be in serious problem.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think regardless if we got hit by Melissa, we'd be in big problems. But I mean, if you can fill in land, but it's providing the drainage. You got to plan for the drainage and what happens downstream, where the water used to go. Because that's like, I know there are places where you allow a development, they come and they fill in place for a development. Now they're blocking water that used to drain from a certain area. And now that area that used to drain well gets flooded because somebody didn't require, that drainage be included when they filled in that land. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, that's why God created Cayman the way that it is and the way that it was. All this land was made to collect water so it does not cause serious flooding. But planning, like what they did down in Bottom-a-New, close by Bugman Bakery, they allowed these people to fill in land there to build these apartments. And by filling in this land now, the water is overflowing now and going into people's yards next door, people that have been there for probably over 60, 70 years. So if the government continues to let people do this because they have money and because they're able to afford to fill in land and continue to allow people to be filling in all the land in Cayman that they buy, because the normal average Caymanian isn't buying that kind of land,
Listen, I have to break in on you, okay? Because it's time for the news now. I have to break in. I got to break for the news. Okay, thanks for the call. Let's go to the news.
Information, entertainment, inspiration.
Covering Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, Cayman Brac.
Since 1976 till now.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market.
11 Cayman Islands teachers and 2 independent career coaches have successfully completed the inaugural DART Hospitality Educators Program. The week-long immersion program for educators was designed specifically for hospitality and tourism teachers who lead Year 11 and 12 students at public or private high schools, as well as tertiary-level institutions in the Cayman Islands. According to Reuters, the Israeli army and the United Nations peacekeeping mission in southern Lebanon said peacekeepers shot down an Israeli drone over the weekend, but gave conflicting statements about the circumstances. The incident took place as Israeli strikes over Lebanon intensify amid scrambles to hold a tense ceasefire that ended Israel's war with Hezbollah last November, and mounting pressure on the Lebanese government to disarm the powerful group. According to the Associated Press, the Federal Reserve policymakers are widely expected to reduce U.S. short-term borrowing costs this week by 0.25 percentage point for the second time this year as they look to prevent further slowing in the labor market. Odds are it won't be the last of the series. Climbing unemployment insurance claims suggest that labor market demand continues to cool, even as the government shutdown delays publication of most official economic statistics, including the unemployment rate, last estimated at 4.3% in August. Those are the latest headlines. I'm Elizabeth Charles.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. And taking a quick look at our weather here. The local forecast calls for scattered showers right through into tonight. Winds out of the northeast at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts over Grand Cayman and 20 to 25 knots over the sister islands. Seas are rough with wave heights at 6 to 8 feet, becoming 8 to 10 feet this evening. Small craft alert with a marine watch in effect into this evening, so make sure the boat is secure out there. And looking at the radar, we can see some rain over western Jamaica now in the long-range one, the one that goes at 250 miles. Yes, that could be the outer bands of Melissa, and even coming in between western Jamaica and Grand Cayman. Rain over the sister islands. And the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center that was given out at 2 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time as maximum sustained winds at 175 miles per hour. That's what Melissa is now. Category 5, moving slowly west-northwest and expected to turn northward later today. Catastrophic and life-threatening winds, flooding and storm surge expected in Jamaica tonight and early Tuesday. So it's going to be a rough time tonight and tomorrow into tomorrow for friends and family in Jamaica. So we hope that they will be able to ride that out. We have someone on the line. Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Good afternoon, Mr. Charles.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing today, Mr. Charles?
I'm fine, and you?
Oh, I'm thankful. Giving God thanks.
I hear you.
You know, I was saying, Mr. Charlo, that you know, when people treat you in the right way, you really got to be grateful. I try to be that way, you know,
Yeah, of course.
because it's not everybody, it's not everyone that is a nice person.
For sure.
And, you know, and it's like God put it within their heart to treat you right, and that sort of thing. You see where I mean, in some parts of the world, and here, even here in Cayman, you know, people help the poor. They help the sick. The government does so much for so many different people. I mean, it's a real blessing to be treated right. You know, I mean, I've seen where someone basically made a poor man rich.
Really?
You know. Yeah, sir, Mr. Charles. I've seen a lot of things, and that sort of thing. I've seen different cases of that right here in Cayman. I've seen quite a bit of that right here in Cayman.
You mean someone making a poor man rich?
Yes, sir.
Could you please introduce me to him?
Mr. Charlie, you imagine someone basically just handing over so much value, just like that, out of the goodness of their heart.
Now, how do you mean rich? Do you mean
I mean
money wise or some other way?
Value, and that sort of value, like I mean, even
Are you getting philosophical on me now?
Yeah, even family does it, you know, Mr. Charlie. You know that, you know, they hand over business, they hand over property, they do all sorts of different things, and just change your life, you know. And I'm saying, you know, Mr. Charlo, that is it's almost like an act of God, you know, because some people have been going through it for so long, and then their life changed, you know, for the better. You know, that's why I try not to complain about foreign people getting jobs here in Cayman. You know, somebody got to help somebody. You know, they help the business and they help them with a job. You know, I appreciate seeing a lot of them who meet a lot of people from different countries. You know, I try not to complain about people coming here and this and that. I mean, I wanted to go to England or United States and do a little music and different things like that too, but I changed my mind. You know, and I would like to be treated well there too. You know what I mean, Mr. Charlo?
Yeah, well, many of us have gone overseas, you know, make a living.
Yeah. Yes, sir, but that's just more like my word today, being, you know, gratitude, you know, being grateful.
Well, that's how I started the show, you know. I'm feeling grateful today.
Right. I just remember that. Right. You're right.
Because what Jamaica is facing, we could be facing.
You're right. And then you know, I mean, we definitely couldn't handle something like that again. I mean, you know, something of the magnitude of Melissa, we definitely couldn't handle something like that. I mean, that sounds like a terrible storm.
It is. It is a very terrible storm.
Yeah. So that's my little thing. I think about it all the time I think about the men are wonderful people that I met. The men are great. I call them great foreigners and great Caymanians. Great Caymanians, Mr. Charlo, I mean, some real great people.
Yeah, well, good people are good people, right?
Yeah, it's like, God just work things out that you meet some wonderful people and it's like you see, it's like acts of God, the way that they treat you. Sometimes you say, geez, man, I mean, they remind you of some family, like almost like family, the way that they treat you. I mean, even complete strangers, Mr. Charlo, So I like to be grateful and to look back at all the good times,
Yeah, and treat everybody with respect.
Yes, sir. I think that's a good thing, and for as long as you can, I think that's a good way to live. So that's my contribution, Mr. Charlo.
All right, my friend. You take care and have a good afternoon.
Okay, sir. Have a wonderful day.
All righty. Yeah, what was that song that you say? What everybody want the same thing anyway? Just everyday people looking to make a living, find some kind of satisfaction, and many times I have to admire some people that I have met. They start out from the other side of the world looking to make a better life. They come to Cayman and they don't necessarily have everything figured out, but they want a better life, and they want it bad enough that they're willing to take a chance to do something. They don't necessarily speak the language that well, but they want a better life, and they reach out and leave their families and go to try to make that better life, and also to support their family back home. And the things that they have to do to try and accomplish that, you have to admire that they are brave enough to enter a whole new culture, a whole different society that they don't even really understand, to try and achieve that. It's 15 after 2, so let's take a break.
Big news at Cayman Airways. We've added more flights to Miami and airfares start from just $80 US each way plus taxes. You heard that right. This fare is less than the taxes and fees. Whether you need a day trip or an afternoon flight on a Friday, Cayman Airways has you covered for that Miami trip with fares as low as $80 US each way. Some conditions apply, and these cheap seats are limited, so hurry and book your seats today at CaymanAirways.com. More flights, more trips, more Miami with Cayman Airways.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Get ready for a taste of the world right here in our community. Join us for the St. Ignatius Catholic Church International Food and Art Festival on Saturday, November 1st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the St. Ignatius Catholic School Playfield. Savor live cooking demos, enjoy entertainment and performances, games and raffle prizes, and explore flavors from around the world. Tickets give you entry to the event and access to delicious food samples from all 7 food stations: African, Caribbean, European, Indian and Sri Lankan, Filipino and other Asian, Latin American, North American. Admission is $25 for adults and $10 for children. Tickets are available at St. Ignatius Church office and online at Event Pro. So come hungry, bring your friends, and get ready to taste, dance, and celebrate. Don't miss this amazing celebration of food, art, and community. St. Ignatius International Food and Art Festival.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
The Fall Labor Force Survey and Quality of Life Survey is currently being conducted by the Economics and Statistics Office. The Labor Force Survey seeks to collect data on employed and unemployed persons who are not in the labor force. The Quality of Life Survey seeks to gather information on life satisfaction, sense of well-being, financial security, economic outlook, social inclusion, sense of belonging to the local community, and perceived health. Trained interviewers with ID cards will visit randomly selected households. For more details, please call the ESO hotline 516-3329.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Welcome back. We're down to about the last 12 minutes of the show. So if you want to give me a call, you need to get on the phone and let's chat a bit because we're running out of time here. If you've been interested in this immigration bill that will be coming to the House, to Parliament in a short time, you know, the government wants to hear from you about your ideas as to what should be in that bill. And they, of course, published the proposed bill that will be brought to the House, and some of the things that are in there. Of course, we've all heard about the civil servants, non-Caymanian civil servants, having term limits placed on them, just as it is in the private sector. And there's also a change as far as gaining residence for those who are married to Caymanians. It is currently 15 years, but that is going to change to 20 years in order to qualify for Caymanian status. That's for residency periods for Cayman status. Yeah. So instead of having your residency for 15 years, you're going to have residency for 20 years now before you can gain Caymanian status. And now for marriage and civil partnerships, that is going to be lengthened. The required marriage or partnership period in order for Caymanian status, that's going to go up to 15 years. And that is expected to help out with the marriage of convenience, because you marry somebody for the convenience of gaining status. You know, you're going to have to be with them for 15 years. So you better make sure you can endure that if you're just doing it for the sake of gaining status. There will be a discretion to maintain residency after divorce. So that'll be special cases, I suppose. The Caymanian Status and Permanent Residency Board and the Director of Work may allow a residency and employment rights certificate to remain valid even if a marriage or civil partnership ends. And people are not going to be able to just move around on a work permit, at least not in the first 2 years. You're going to have to work for your original employer for 2 years before you can change employers if you're on a work permit. If you're really dissatisfied with your job that you have taken and you want out of it, well, you're going to have to leave Cayman and then come back after gaining employment again. But in the first 2 years of work, you will not be able to change jobs if you're on a work permit. And if an employer is taking out a work permit, they are now going to have to pay a fee to work. That's WORC, the work office, in order to register a vacancy. And then you're also going to have to advertise the vacancy in a local B deal. So that's another change there, because it used to be, or it is now, that you just register the vacancy with work, and if they have someone, they will send that person to you. We do have a caller, so let's get them in before we are out of time here. Good afternoon, you're on the air. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, yeah. If you're on the speakerphone, we need you to come off the speakerphone because you're sounding kind of weird there.
Better now?
Not really.
Yeah, I just was asking for
there you go.
There could
You're good now.
Mr. Raymond Scott number.
Oh, that I don't have.
Nobody there in the studio wouldn't happen to have it.
No, I don't think we would really give out someone's private number anyway.
Yeah, I wanted to check, and he'll be the best one to do a check on some in-laws on a Honduran boat that was mariners in Jamaica. They had to pull into Safe Harbor, so I was wondering just if you could get a hold of him.
Well, he's probably listening, so I don't know.
But
if you know somebody in the BRAC, they can probably put you on to Raymond.
I don't know about BRAC, unfortunately.
Okay, I tell you what. What's up your number to us, and we'll see if we can pass it on to Raymond.
Yeah, what number do I WhatsApp to?
Just send it on your WhatsApp. The same number you call. You're on a WhatsApp number,
okay.
Right?
Yeah. Send it to the same number. Okay.
Yeah. We'll see if we can get it to Raymond. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
See, he was listening. Raymond is on the line. Raymond, is Raymond there? Hello?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was listening into that. Yes. I'm
right.
The savior of the sea. It's right. Yeah. Somebody trying to get me to let me know about someone in trouble again.
What? Someone they had to pull into Jamaica, I believe he said. Some
mariners on Honduran boat, 2 Honduran boats. One pulled into Safe Harbor in Montego Bay, and one pulled into a harbor in Kingston, Cow Bay Harbor, I think. I was just wondering if you have any details or any information on those mariners that pulled into the harbor there. They had to stay on board the boat.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was saying they had to stay on board the boat, so they anchored down and stayed on board on the boat in the harbor.
Mm.
Yes, sir. There's a freighter named Salamina 1 that is just arriving off Kingston Harbor, and I wondered what in the world are they doing there with this hurricane approaching. Yes, they must have had very bad weather, but they came from Veracruz, Mexico to Kingston Jamaica. That's a 387-foot long freighter. Salamina too.
But you don't have
and it's
anything on the Honduran boat.
No. This one that I know about is Colombian-owned with 15 Panamanian crew on board. The Honduran boat you said would be arriving at Montego Bay and one at Kingston?
Yeah, they're already there. They're already there.
They're already there. Do you know the names of the boats?
No, I don't. I don't know the name of the boat. Some in-laws is on the boat. I don't know the name of the boat. It's a fishing boat, upstarting boat.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I don't
the
know the
only
name
thing
of
I
it.
see
Sorry.
is 4 Jamaican tugs is still in Kingston Harbor, and the one freighter just arrived off Kingston Harbor. That's all I'm tracking now.
All right.
What about something
I
in
will
Cow Bay? Do you know anything about a harbor or something in Cow Bay off of Kingston? Something about? I think that's where he said he was.
So Raymond.
Yes, sir.
So the two of you can continue this at length because we're running out of time here. Why don't you just give him your number real quick and then you all can link up again.
Yeah, sure. 927-7156. 927-7156. Raymond Scott, Savior of the Seas.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'll call you.
All right. Okay. Glad we could put the two of you together. Got a WhatsApp message here. I guess this was in relation to what that I was telling you about the people who got rolled over after, I guess working here 8 years. This person is saying, Mr. Glidden, you are a good voice of reasoning. When I went to the USA from Cayman, if I was told that I would have to leave after 9 years, I would not have wanted to give them the best of me. Nor would I invest my money there. I would send my money to my home country. And I guess that's how a lot of people feel. And we always talk about, oh, well, they send the money home. But when you stop and think about it, if you're going to have to leave after 8 years, where else would you be sending your money? And yeah, they're sending it home, and maybe they're building a house. Maybe they're building a home back in their home country. But where else would you send your money if you know you're going to have to be heading out in, 8 years? Well, that's it for our talk today. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your afternoon. I'm Charles Glidden. Take care of yourself.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.